Have no fear, Captain Crazy Hair is here. Good magical morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Listen, did you know? Sorry, I've been watching TikTok. This guy in Florida, Justin, I think is his name. He's funny. Starts almost every video with, "Hey, did you know?" And it's usually pretty funny. Anyways, did you know that sometimes you're gonna sleep like not so great, and you're not gonna want to get up? And when your alarm goes off, if you wake up with an alarm, you know, at 6 o'clock in the morning, like I do on the weekends, you're not gonna want to get up, right? So it is now 6:38. So I slept in, not too bad. But I still need to get moving. I still need to get my steps in, and we need to be out of the house in about almost exactly 2 hours so that I can take my kids. I gotta take my son to tutoring. My daughters are gonna go with, because we're gonna run a couple errands while he's doing that. So what I'm doing instead is I'm driving down the street to Atwood Park, which was originally my understanding, and I've lived in this area most of my life. My understanding is it used to be a Civil War, I believe it was the Civil War. I don't know, my brain isn't awake yet. Anyways, it used to be a training facility for Ulysses S. Grant and some soldiers and whatnot, and they turned it into a park. So, yeah, we're gonna go for a walk there, because it's like, I don't know, 3 minutes from my house maybe. And there's different walking paths and everything, but I'm gonna go to the one that I know, which is crossing the bridge, Kishwaukee River. You guys normally see me walking down by the Rock River. So this is the Kishwaukee River, which is flows. Rock River flows mostly north-south. Kishwaukee River flows mostly east-west. So, you know, this looks like a good spot to park. You know, find a spot to park. I haven't been down here in quite a while, even though it's really close to my house, and they've changed quite a few things. But like I said, I'm running behind, so sorry, beautiful people, but I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm going to get my walking going. So it's actually busier here than I expected it to be. I've seen about half a dozen people. There's already a couple guys fishing down by the river. Haven't passed anybody yet. I just see them. Just more people than I expected to see this early on a Saturday morning. But I guess, like, if you're an outdoorsy type and you like to get out and walk, like these folks in front of me are walking their dog, for example, then, you know, 7 o'clock in the morning isn't really that early, I guess. Yeah, just didn't expect to see this many people. It's kind of the same down by the river, the other spot I walk. 6:30, there's like nobody. So 7 o'clock hits, it's like, you know, it starts getting busy. So I want to show you guys more of this, but I really need to make sure that I get my steps in today because I started so late. So maybe I'll come back here and shoot some more footage in another video for you. We may have met the end. Oh, we found the end, right? The end of what? Well, the end of our path. We gotta go back, otherwise we're just on the roads. So like I said, this was like a training ground or whatnot way back in the day. So if you find any bullets or whatnot, you're supposed to call the popos and they will come and dispose of them correctly. So now I'm going back down a hill, so I'm a little winded. It's a good enough grade that it gets you winded. Even people that are in a lot better shape than me get winded coming up this hill. So let me turn this around. Now that I'm walking back, I don't need as much mental energy, and I can show you the beautiful morning view that I have. So there is the truth is you got to get out there and do things that you're afraid of doing. You think at 260 pounds that I didn't feel afraid to go for a 2-mile walk? Yeah, well, now I'm, I don't know, less than that, but not a whole lot less than that, but I'm still doing it. And I'm doing 3 miles, and I'm doing 4 miles, right? When I first did this journey, I was afraid to do a lot of things. Let me think. I was almost 40 years old before I ever even did a 5K, right? And now I walk at least that every single day, right? Because that's only, 5K is what? It's 3.2 miles or something. I do that every day. Right? Every single person in this country, on this planet, should be doing that every single day if they want to remain healthy and alive and be able to do anything once they hit their 50s and 60s, right? I'm not trying to be that little old hunched up man at church. I'm trying to be the guy that in my 60s and my 70s, I can actually get down on the floor, play with my grandkids, right? I can actually go do things once you hit that retirement age. Don't get me started on why, you know, retirement is kind of a, yeah, don't get me going. All right, so this is the entrance that we came in on. Things are always a little funky when you go walk here, because obviously you don't want to get too far away from the car. So you kind of walk in, walked in a big circle. I'll show you in a clip, in the next clip, like where we actually went. But so as I pass this little gate threshold, I'm gonna turn around. And so this is where I'm at Atwood Park. It's pretty close to my house. Don't come stalk me. Beautiful. I know you love this hair, but just, you know, respect my boundaries. That's all I'm saying. Whew. So I don't know, we're gonna probably finish pretty close to 3 miles. Been out here right about an hour. So I mean, I'm not like running, I'm not jogging, I'm not moving at an obscene pace or anything like that. I'm getting the steps in. What I found is doing this is really good for me, because what it does is it allows me to get the steps in. I know that I'm burning calories, obviously, but I believe that I'm burning fat too, because my pants are getting looser and looser with each week that goes by. It's the same pants, and you know, the scale's not moving as much as I would want. But I guess, you know, like I've said before, the scale is just one measurement. My arm is getting tired holding this. Sorry. I am wimpy. You see this side. This is not my good side. Maybe this is my good side. I don't know. Maybe I don't have a good side. Maybe they're both good. I'll let you decide. So, walking back to the car. It's maybe 1/8 of a mile back to the car. And we'll see what our total steps are. But if you're in the Midwest, there's parks like this where you are. I can pretty much guarantee that. For whatever reason, our region has a ton of them. I'm not complaining about that. I think that's pretty cool. Nicknamed the Forest City and all. You would kind of expect a lot of trees. But it's kind of nice because you can just get out and go for a walk in nature, get that sunlight in. Let me switch hands again here. 3.0 miles, she just told me, 1 hour, 5 minutes. So yeah, doing good. I can't really talk to you when she's talking to you. All right, so cut that last clip a little short. The Map My Walk app was telling me I've done 3 miles, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 3 miles. So like I said, that's not like some super fast pace or anything. I'm 255 pounds, and I'm 5'7". I am not what you would call a runner by any stretch. So, but this is good, you know, got out in the sun, got some steps in. What's the rest of the day hold? I work on my business. My mom is hanging out with the kids today. I got to take my son to tutoring. Wife's working all weekend. Wife's a nurse. For those of you who may not know that, new to the channel. And we're going to be homeschooling our son. When I say we, I mean her. I'm in charge of gym class. and some field trips, extracurricular stuff like that. But yeah, she's going to be working almost every weekend this school year because we've decided to homeschool our son because we're not happy with the school's choices. And I'll just leave it at that. The girls are both still going there. Looks like they're both going to play volleyball this year. There she is, the most beautiful girl in the world. All right, 3.35 miles. 3.35 miles. 3 1/3 miles. That's, I don't know what the exact 5K is, but I'm thinking that that is 5 kilometers. It might be a little more. Leave me in the comments. Is that more? Is that less? Do I need to go back out there and do some more? But seriously, so now I got to take this really long journey back home. It's maybe 2 miles. I don't think it's that far. It's probably not even that far. Anyways, and I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking it too. Should I just walk down here, walk, and then walk home? Well, the reason I didn't is because right here now with the windows down and the air conditioning is how I do my cool off. And maybe you think that's silly, and maybe it is, but whew, it works for me, and that's what matters. What works for you? I look really shiny. I'm not sweating that much, am I?